I want to be as strong as I can be without it diminishing my quality of life. I started doing yoga on complete accident. What really kept me coming back was there were just so many movements and so many poses in that workout that were totally different from what I was used to. And it just intuitively, I knew that if this is so difficult for me, then there must be a lot to gain here. There were some parts of the yoga workout that I was like, it's just not me. The poses didn't last long enough. And so the second part, just wasn't my cup of tea, was the spiritual aspects, kind of the new age life coaching aspects of yoga. And if that's what you like, that's great, that's fine. But just for me as an athlete, my background with fitness is this is an exercise, this is workout. There wasn't enough attention to people who were inflexible or new or wanted to learn technique. Basically, I eventually created a type of yoga that addressed all of those things that I was looking for. Poses that worked better for men who were less flexible, who were new to yoga. Proper technique, so we know which muscles are using. No spiritual stuff. It was very much yoga the way that I wanted to learn it. That's kind of how Manflow Yoga developed. So I started Manflow Yoga back in 2013 as a YouTube channel and slowly figuring out what it looks like and pushing it out from there. Something that I try to do with Manflow Yoga is make a differentiation between intensity and skill level. When it comes to men and yoga, there are a few primary differences. Number one is just men are less flexible. This definitely isn't true for all men, but there are many men and many women too who are doing yoga because they want it to be a workout. So they don't want the spiritual aspects, and to focus on the workout, not have it be another type of experience. What's unique about Manflow Yoga is that it really does teach yoga in a different way, and it does incorporate body weight exercise and calisthenics in a way that a typical yoga class would not. So the result is that you are going to build more strength. Most yoga instructors say that breathing is more important than technique, and I disagree there. I think that technique is more important than breathing, but if you do put your body into the proper technique first and then you apply the breathing, I think you're gonna have a better result. The breathing is kind of a gateway to paying attention to your body, to mindfulness. Breathing is incredibly important, and I don't think that there are too many disciplines of fitness that put that much attention on breathing as yoga does. For that reason alone, yoga is very powerful.
Conscious breathing influences so many things that men care about. If you learn how to breathe better, you'll deadlift more weight. You'll be more flexible when you're stretching. You'll make love better. You'll be more conscious in your love making.
It
affects so
longer.
many areas. Exactly. And these are things that men care about. And so it's don't overlook it, you men out there listening to us. This breathing, hippie yoga breathing thing actually influences all the things that you care about. So I'm glad that you touched on that. I don't know if you have this experience, but I've noticed that we're all not lacking what to do so much, but getting yourself to do it consistently is often the biggest hurdle for people.
Yeah.
Do you have any good tips for the men out there about how to be consistent with whatever routine they're committed to?
Plan it out in advance. The more that you can plan in advance, the easier it's going to be when it comes to happen, and the more willpower you can devote to the workout itself rather than putting that energy into the planning process. And then the second part of that is being okay with revising the plan. Really figure out what your motivation is. Have things set out ahead of time. Wherever you work out, arrange it so that there aren't other distractions in the way.
I've in my mind used what I was calling the 5 whys, which is the exact same process. Like ask yourself 5 times, why is this important to me? It helps get to those deeper reasons for you to do something or for you to stop doing something. Very, very brilliant.